Alright guys, welcome to the one Septillion cookie reset cookie chat special. So as you can see, we got our Septillion for this game. Well, what it was accomplished this time, I got my 200 prisms, 200 of everything, and I'm gonna get the Septillion. There's a couple things I want to accomplish before we reset. First of all, for a few reasons, I want to sell everything. And then I want to see, I don't think I can quite make it, but I want to see if I can get to 400 cursors. And then I might reload. And if, there's also another thing. This chocolate egg gives you 5% of the cookies you have at the time. So what you're supposed to do when you're about to reset, you sell everything, and you get a nice little 5% bonus. So I think that's what we're going to be going for. And it will autosave once every 60 seconds. So just to make sure we don't have problems with that, this is how you deal with saves in this game if you want to get a new computer. It's just a code you copy and paste, and then it'll know exactly what to do. So then you go to import and input it. So I'm going to try that now. First, let's start with getting rid of all my wrinklers. I've let them run for a few days. Then we're gonna sell all. Sell all. It's a lot of money. A lot of cookies. No money involved. World runs on cookies. I don't think this is going to be quite enough, but it'll be nice to see just how close I am. Nope. Let's see if it's saved. Yeah. That 400 is going to be quite the hurdle. Okay, so let's finish selling. Yes. We'll sell all these. Now, so that's how much cookies I make, in case you're wondering why I still have some cookies. That's off of... Where is it? Is it? No. It's this one. That's what... I think, unless I have something else that just gives me a few CPS, that's the only thing that I have that just straight give me CPS, so... All of this is just 9 times my multiplier. I think. I might have something else, but well, no, because, yeah, there's these multipliers, too. It all adds up pretty good. So now let's get that 5% little bonus. Save it and reset. Got Transcendence. Now, as far as achievements go, next one, this is for 1 octillion on a reset. That's crazy. I think I'm gonna get 400 cursors before that. I know that Orteal, I think it's Orteal, the guy who creates the game, he is pretty close. Like, he's making a massive update for this. Like, it hasn't updated since Easter. Actually, like a month after Easter. It was the Easter update, it was just kind of late. And, it's gonna have, like, skill trees and stuff. Basically, heavenly chips, what you get for resetting. It's gonna do more than just give you a straight-up multiplier. You're gonna be able to buy special things with it. Anyway. So, this is my favorite part of resetting. That is how much a cursor makes on its own. Now, let's see how much a cursor makes with 5% of my heavenly chip potential. And now it's off. Now, how much does it make with 25%? A lot. Now, let's get a mine, shipment, alchemy lab, grandma's. cats. In fact, I probably don't want my mouse for this, so I can do my fast clicking. So, as I'm taking us through this reset, figure let's get into the meat of Cookie Chat, the chatting. Channel news. Metal Gear finally went up. God, I was trying for days to make that work. It just didn't want to work, and when it finally did work, it ended up taking 2 straight days to upload. It was insane, just how much of a pain in the ass it was. Like, just new levels of pain in my ass. Torturers don't even know, couldn't even classify the kind of pain in my ass it caused. But, yeah, but it went up, thank God, and yeah, it's been getting pretty good views. That's always nice to see. I think last I saw it had 14, which sounds like shit, but most of my stuff gets like 5. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. Tonight, I've recorded. I got my Bioshock finale going up. And 2 aliens going up. And I actually timed them so that part 10 will go up before 11. I used to have problems with that. And now, after this, you know, it's only 12:30. I think I'm gonna attempt Jetstream Sam's DLC. Probably gonna regret it, but that's what we're gonna do. Let's get these Christmas upgrades. Christmas upgrades are pretty good. Even though I know they're not actually adding up. This one's really good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's pretty good. That one's good. And the big one, which just makes things cheaper, which adds up later a lot. I can save up. Oh yeah, I need to start clicking, because if you don't click, you don't unlock the clicking buffs. That should have given me something. No? Do I need more of them? Okay. Now I should get it. There we go. Now I can get them all really fast. I'm gonna want that in case there's a clicking frenzy or just whatever the other frenzy is. Oop. Yay! And yay. Okay, now let's get everything up to at least 15 to start with for Grandma's stuff. Grandma's may only be tier 2, but as far as stuff goes, but because you can get an upgrade from every type, at the end of the game, they're actually, like, in one of your best producers. Oh, we can get this to 100. Let's just start upgrading. We got a lot of upgrades unlocked. Some of them are actually giving me more cookies, too. It's crazy. Okay, yeah, I was talking about channel stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to record Jetstream Sam. Maybe get Blade Wolf done tonight. And then since I finished Bioshock, I kind of want to start recording my next game. Because I've been excited to do that for a while. You know? Such excite, many excite. Such happy. My Doge fell apart. Okay, this is almost at 100. Well, we should probably get these up. And yeah, I pretty much decided what I'm gonna which games I'm gonna dedicate to which of my Let's Play slots, because you know I'm not gonna have more than 3 main series going at a time. Why am I saving? These don't hurt you ever. Now I got these upgrades. But since I'm only gonna have 3 going, I pretty much already have planned out what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna do after I'm done with those. I actually have each slot planned 2 or 3 games ahead, so... That was a big one. Big upgrade, not a big burp. That was a small burp. You probably didn't even hear it. Do. Yeah, let's get those Valentine's Day upgrades real quick. Isn't this so exciting? So many cookies. I need to go see just what my Heavenly Chips is at, because I think I got like 660-some thousand Heavenly Chips my last reset. It was pretty good. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of Heavenly Chips. I think I want to get that more. Should probably start buying stuff that I know can actually help. And, oh god, as far as things have been going for me, the Super Bowl happened. Now I don't really much care for football, but since I work in a place that sells hot wings, and fried chicken, and meat and cheese trays, all of which are somewhat popular at sporting event things, it was absolutely insane. And an incredibly stressful day at work, but you know, I worked from noon to 9, and once I got there, or once the game actually started, about an hour later, everyone was kind of scurried home, and then it was nice and calm all night. It was like a godsend. Then it was kind of a nice night. It really was. I think we got out of there at a... No, we didn't get out of there at a decent time. I don't know why. My manager, she schedules us like 2 closers, like really short-staffed. Saturdays and Sundays are busiest days, and then middle of the week, like Monday through Thursday, she'll give us like 3 to 4, sometimes like 5 people there late. And then people get out at like 8:15. Like, apparently the record was broken tonight. I was off tonight, but I got a text from everyone saying they broke the record for getting out early, and now, like, I've been working, like, we were staying an hour late on those weekends, and on days like that, it's just so draining. Really needs to get sorted out. And especially on a week that's stressful, when I just don't want to be there anymore. Like, I come in to work, I see a massive pile of dishes. Like, we have like 3 sinks. Like, left sink is like you soak your dishes, middle sink like you spray them out, right sink you sanitize. The middle and the left sink were stacked high with dishes. Like, oh, this is a huge mess. We're not going to be able to make anything if we don't have dishes. Funny thing how you need dishes to make food. So I start going through it, and my manager comes over, and she's like all pissed off, like, "Oh, Chris, what are you doing? Dishes don't make money. What are you doing? Go do something that makes money." And it just really fucking rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, that's the kind of... when you're closing, you have to understand, you have to kind of keep up on it all day, or else you're going to be stuck there really late. Like, I don't need to get out of there early to be happy, but I don't want to be there an hour past my shift. That's something I really don't want to do at all. Not interested in it. I can live without the overtime. Let's see, what else? I want to say, I got a 3DS. My friend Connor, we were just talking about that stuff. I was like, hey, you want to go get one? I mean, I know you've kind of have a little spare cash right now, and I was like, gonna say no, but I'm like, you know, I don't have a legitimate reason not to. I mean, it's perfect, and I got Pokemon X, I got a Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, and I got Super Smash Bros, which has been good so far. And I want to get Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, but they didn't have it. And I want to get Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, because the only Metal Gear game I've ever played is Revengeance. And I like it. I like the style of it. I like the writing. And I have a friend who's a really big Metal Gear fan, and he's all about that shit. And you know what? I kind of want to be all about it too. It's nice to be all about things. Let's see. What else am I going for? This upgrade, if I can find it, unlocks a whole bunch of research for the grandmas. And there's an upgrade you can buy, which makes it only take 3 minutes. And it used to include the first research always takes a half hour. You used to be able to reduce it to 3 minutes, but it's a half hour. After the first one, they'll all be 3 minutes if you buy the upgrade, which you always should. And the first, like, 4 or 5 upgrades are almost useless. Like 2% upgrade, 3% upgrade, whatever, but eventually they just make grandmas, like, super, super good. Like, super, super good. But unfortunately, because of that, and also gives you the wrinklers. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do without the wrinklers. And that reminds me, where are my... I was gonna say, where are my cookies? Oh. Yay, times 7. I actually should have us an Easter right now to get eggs. Because you can get eggs off wrinklers and golden cookies. And I'm actually gonna do that now because... yeah. So many cookies. Yeah, 3DS. So far, Pokemon has been really fun. I kind of stopped after Gen 2. And it was always kind of a pain in the ass to me, because there's some things I still don't like about Pokemon. It is really slow. The combat is really slow. And tagging your Pokemon out to try and max the experience in a fight. It takes a long time. That being said, it's kind of nice that they don't have to do anything. I'm used to Final Fantasy X. You can, like, tag characters out real fast in that game, and it's actually kind of fun to try and get everyone in on the experience of a fight. But they actually have to do something when they're in. They have to make an attack or just guard, which is usually what I have them do. But, you know, I enjoyed that. That was fun. But yeah, it's slow, and there's some things they just won't let go of that are a pain in the ass. But I'm still having a lot of fun with it. I appreciate that it's a mix of old and new Pokemon. Like, I think my starter was the Froakie, and I actually found out it evolves into Greninja, and I got really excited. I only took the Froakie because Connor took Fennekin, and I didn't want us to have the same starter. Got a Pikachu really early on. I got a Charmander. Got it into a Charmeleon. It's probably getting pretty close to a Charizard. It blew my mind when hey, I got the egg. When at the beginning of the game At the beginning of the game you get your starter, and then I was probably a few hours into the game, we went and met with a professor, and he wants to battle you, and he has the 3 Gen 1 starters, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and, it was a pretty easy fight, he's not that great, but then he's like, oh, by the way, you get a Pokemon, and you just get to pick a Gen 1 starter, just out of fucking nowhere, and I was like, oh! And then Connor was like, oh! And it was great. And, let me see what else. What else, indeed? Link Between Worlds. I've played about a half hour of that. That's been good so far. It looks a lot better than Pokemon X. Pokemon X was my first 3DS game. And it's real pixely, but I think it does it on purpose. Like, I can actually see the squares. That's not good. But Link Between Worlds looks way better, and the 3D on it actually looks good. Let's see, I got Smash, which I played Smash 4 before at my local gaming lounge. It's good. It just, the online's not too great. I forgot that Nintendo just is bad at internet. And every time you go on the internet, it's like, do you really want to go on the internet? It's dangerous on the internet. There are people out there, and they're dangerous. They let's play our games, and they don't give us money. It's scary. Let me see what else. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I heard the news this week that Monty Ohm died, which is just... If you don't know, he's works for Rooster Teeth. He's their lead animator, creator of Ruby. I hadn't, ever since I got my job, my free time has gone down significantly, so I've really had to pick and choose what I want to do with my free time, especially since I started doing this stuff. And I kind of just stopped watching Rooster Teeth. But still, it just is like, Monty Ohm was just a cool guy. And apparently, just like, from what I've heard from people that I've met at my cons, he's just really nice. Really cool, really talented. He didn't really do it for the money, he just did it because it was cool. Or because he thought it was cool, he enjoyed it. There's a video out there called, I hope you've seen it, it's pretty old. One of his first things he put out that got really popular called Haloid, which is basically just a computer graphics little fight he put together of Master Chief versus Samus. And then, it was pretty cool. And I think he had another series he kind of did. That was like Dead Fantasy or something. I don't know. I never watched that. But anyway, it was just really sad. And, we were talking about it at work with Connor and my friend Keenan. And just... It's really sad that, like, someone... he was only 33 years old, prime of his life, just really hitting into stride of this project he wanted to do. Because, Ruby's... I didn't watch Ruby Season 2. I'm gonna now. I mean, I was planning on doing it before, but I really gotta do it now. Ruby Season 1 kind of just set the stage for, I think, a lot of intense things that were gonna happen in later seasons. And I hope... It's just sad. I mean, it's just not cool. Which, but one thing that I do kind of like that came out of it, I haven't seen any of the results, but when Rooster Teeth made their release, they said something like, instead of sending the family or us flowers, like, do something that would make Monty happy, like, do something creative, make something. I thought that was really cool. I'm not the kind of person that can be creative like that, so I'm not gonna do anything, because it would... If I could get something beyond a stick figure, it would be amazing. There was a time in 7th or 8th grade when we had to draw horses in art class. And it wasn't just one time. Like, I think art class was like 2 days a week. And we would spend like an hour and a half drawing horses for like 2 months straight. And it made me fucking hate horses for a long time, so... It's amazing how... sitting a kid down, like, hey, draw this one thing, like, 100 times in a row, makes them not really care for art too much. Good job, education system. But yeah, if you aren't familiar with Monty Ohm's work, or even just like his sick DDR moves, which the man could dance. Doesn't matter, DDR or no, the man had style. He could dance, and you know, just you owe it to yourself to check it out, because it's a treat to just see him do it. Because from what I understand, with his work, he was so busy, like by choice. Like, he's the kind of guy who he'd come into work, he'd sit down on his desk, he'd start working on his stuff, he'd enjoy working on it. Then, maybe like 15 hours later, he'd probably fall asleep at his computer chair, wake up like 2 hours later, keep working. I think they would, I don't know if it continued, but for a while there, he just wouldn't go home sometimes. He had an apartment nearby the office, he just wouldn't go home, apparently. Like, he was that kind of guy, you know, he's here to do this thing. Like, you know, sleep, food. I mean, he's not against the ideas of sleep and food, but, you know, they're not as important. So, yeah, I think that's a decent place to wrap this up. Let me see. Covered what's going on the channel. We covered Super Bowl 3DS. We covered the tragic death of Monty Ohm, which I need to stop thinking about, because that's sad. And we covered that I have all my Let's Plays lined up for a while, and I'm gonna go try and finish Metal Gear now, because I just want to be done with it, because I'm tired of having these issues. And then after that, I get to move on to my new game. A game that I might have a little bit of an issue with, and then... Okay, this can be another hint for the game that's coming up. I want to play it on a hard difficulty. This game only has 2 difficulties, normal and hard. That's not what they're called exactly, but, you know, basically that's what they are. And I would like to play it on the hard mode, but I think you might have to beat it before it unlocks hard, but maybe not on the version I have. So, we'll see. So, and I guess if you want, you can use this as pretty much a guide what to do when you're resetting and when you get going on your first time. Although, on your first time, I don't think you're going to be able to buy a prism in like 20 seconds. So, yeah, I think I'm blah 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 blah. I'm blah 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 blah. I'm doing that now, so I think it's time to be done with this.